Hello marketers, this is Anusha from Measure Marketer. In this video, we are going to learn how to filter the internal traffic in Google Analytics. So at very big websites, there will be a lot of employees working on those websites, and those companies would like to filter the data coming from the employees to be blocked, and they would not like to analyze the data coming from the employees. So in order to filter the data that is coming from the employees from the actual user data, we need to use several filters. There are different techniques to do this. The first one is we have an inbuilt filter in analytics. In the view, we have the filters, and we can create a filter that could exclude the data coming from some particular IP addresses. Here we can use the exclude type filter and the IP addresses, and then that contains a set of IP addresses, or we could also give a regex over here where that could block the traffic from that particular range of IP addresses. So this could be one technique that could be useful, but this could not be helpful for all, because in some companies there would be a different protocol where the IP addresses of the employees would be changing from time to time. In that case, this technique would not be useful. And also, we could use some plugins to block this traffic from some particular IP addresses. But in another case, the best and the very important technique to block the traffic from the internal employees is to use the cookie based custom dimension technique. So in that cookie based custom dimension technique, we are going to drop a cookie on our employees when they come to a particular internal page in our website. So we would insist all our employees to come to a particular internal page in our website, where we would drop a cookie on them, and then whoever has that cookie will be sent as a custom dimension when the employees visit to our website. So based upon this custom dimension value, we can further filter the data on of those users and just have the actual data of the customers or the visitors of our website apart from our employees. So for that, we needed to deploy this into our Google Analytics and use it in the filters. We firstly need to implement it through Google Tag Manager. For that, we need to drop a cookie on the users, and also initially we need to create an internal page. So I have a website called Puja Nidhi where I have created an internal page for all my employees to visit, or you could also identify an internal page which employees would definitely land upon while they work. So on that particular page, you can drop a cookie on them, identifying them as the employees. So for that, I need to drop a cookie. So initially, I'm creating a tag to drop a cookie on those users who visit to this internal page. So in order to identify them as employees and further filter the data that is coming from those employees. See, this is a set cookie function. As you're all aware, in order to create a cookie, we have a set cookie default function where we can send the name of the cookie, value, and the expiry date of that particular cookie. So here, the name of my cookie is internal, and the value could be true, and this could persist for 1 year. You can mention any days, any number of days you would like to, and the trigger for this would be page view, and those whoever visits these pages where the page URL contains internal, that is this page, a cookie would be dropped on them, and they would be identified as employees throughout the journey as long as the cookies aren't deleted. So whenever this trigger is true, this tag would be firing, and the cookie value would be dropped upon them. So let us just preview it and see if that could happen. I'm just implementing it on my website. So this filtering technique would be work to the best while excluding the internal traffic. So let me see. So I'm on the home page of this website. As I'm an employee, or you could just imagine I'm an employee and working upon some internal pages. This one internal page an employee could be working. So when an employee reaches to this page, a cookie would be dropped on him. So you can just check the cookies over here. See, this is the internal cookie we have dropped, and the value is being set to true. So this cookie would persist on that particular employee as long as it doesn't delete the cookies. Or else, if you prefer to, you could also drop this cookie on local storage, so it would not be deleted even if you delete the cookies. So once this cookie is being dropped, we need to read the value from that particular cookie by using a first party cookie variable in GTM. See, this is the first party cookie variable that reads the value from the particular cookie named internal. And now this value, the cookie value, has to be sent as a custom dimension along with the page view of that particular internal page. So for that, we need to redefine the Google Analytics tag that could be firing on all pages. So this is the Google Analytics tag that is firing on all pages in my website. So if you go here, we need to enable the overriding settings in this tab. And this is the page view tag type. And in this more settings, we'll have the custom dimension. And this is the index we need to mention of that particular custom dimension. For this, we need to create a custom dimension in our analytics. So for that, we need to go into property, custom definitions, and then create a custom dimension for our internal one. See, I have already created a custom dimension called internal, and the index number of it is 4. So we need to identify this index number and then further use it in the tag. So this index number is very important, and this internal custom dimension has a user scope. So once a user is set to be an employee, he will definitely be set to employee throughout his journey. So this index number is specified over here, index number 4, and the value of that custom dimension will be the cookie value. That is whether his employee true or false. As I have mentioned, it can be yes or no, or employee or user. You could mention any value you would like to. I'm just saving this tag. And now if I could preview this, I'm just previewing it again. And let us check if a Google Analytics request is being sent along with the custom dimension. See if you could check this tag assistant. I'll just enable this. So let me go to the internal page where my employees would be going. So this is the internal page where employees would land upon and they would be dropped with a cookie. See, I already have this cookie internal, and let me see if this is being passed as an analytic, as a custom dimension. See, these are the custom metrics. This is the custom dimension I'm sending along with this page view as true. So for all the employees who visit this page, a custom dimension value named true would be sent, and based upon this custom dimension value, we can use it as a filter in analytics to filter the traffic coming from our employees. So you're clear with this. Now we shall move on to create a filter where we can use the custom dimension values as a filter. So let me name it as internal traffic. For this, I need to create custom filters. Sorry. So the predefined filters would not be useful for us right now because these are just 4 filters which we have predefined. So we need to create a custom filter. So here we are filtering based upon the custom dimension, right? So the custom dimension name which we have created is internal. So I hope it could be taking some time as I had just created the custom dimension. Okay, so it takes some time to be loaded into the actual analytics for that custom dimension to be over here. So right now, if that could be the field selected internal and the filter pattern should be true. So whenever this pattern matches, then the data would be excluded from our traffic, actual user traffic. So all the employee traffic from our company would be excluded, and we could have a view that could be dedicated only for the actual users who are visiting to our website. So this could be the best technique to filter the internal traffic in Google Analytics, and you could use this for any number of enterprise level clients, for any number of employees. So this could be the best technique. So whatever the employee count may be. So whoever visits to the internal pages, they would be dropped with a cookie, and then this cookie value would be used as a custom dimension that could be sent to Google Analytics, and based on this custom dimension value and the pattern we mentioned over here, the data would be filtered, and we will have a view that could be dedicated only to the actual users. So I hope you understand and clear with the internal traffic filtering. So thank you so much.